there, YouTube. We're back again today for more of our Gencon Bonanza Explosion Blowout coverage. We went to Gencon 2016. We saw a bunch of stuff. We did a bunch of things. We verbed a bunch of other verbs. And now we're going to be talking about our parking review because we thought this might be an interesting video for people in the future. We signed up for Gate 10 Parking, and they had what sounded like a really good deal. It was 5 nights of parking, I believe it was, and it was $66. So we were like, all right, sounds like a no-brainer. I paid with my credit card. I paid online. They sent me a receipt, and we're going to give you our thoughts on it. Now, me and Eric did not go out to the car too terribly much, so mostly this is going to be Flanny talking about it because he used the services a lot. So I'll start off and give you the generics. Yeah. So it was parking relatively close to Lucas Oil Stadium, the back of Lucas Oil Stadium. So it wasn't...
Well, that was lot 4.
That was lot 4.
That's the thing. Whenever we signed up, it was actually whenever they opened up, like, flooded parking, basically. I think Gate 10 parking is what we walked through.
Oh.
Just behind, on the blacktop, just behind Lucas Stadium. That's the actual Gate 10. There's a sign in Big 10 and all that. But across the street, next to the office, and back a ways, is the Overflow Parking. That's what I was trying to think of. And they opened that up a little bit later after the Gate 10 had actually filled up. So they put out a thing online, social media, saying that they opened that up. And I hit him up, and he snatched it up right away. And so we kind of got the second round of the Gate 10 parking.
So either way, it's gonna be decently close. It is within walking distance if you don't mind sweating a little bit.
And you don't have to walk.
Well, let's let Flanny talk. Let's let Flanny talk. Flanny, tell us a little bit about it.
They had 4 lots and then Overflow, which was nice. We pretty much parked primarily in lot 4, which again, yeah, is very close to the south side of Lucas Stadium. I'd say it's about 3/4 of a mile walk to the event center. So well within reason. But the nice thing they had going was they had a free shuttle service that was operated on tips. So you could park in whichever parking lot you had. And they did encourage tipping, you know, at every time you got on and got off.
Of course, yeah, the guy was working.
Yeah, the guy was working. It was nice. But yeah, the free shuttle service went to every parking lot they had, and you could wait there, they'd pick you up, and they'd take you to the event center. And then you could hop on at the event center and go back to your parking lot. They had a small bus, you know, like a 12-seater.
Yeah.
And then later they had a big city bus, which was, I don't even know how many people fit on there, probably 60, 70.
Now, how was that? 24 hours a day?
Yes.
Wow.
They ran that 24/7. The nice thing was during the day, they pretty much just made continuous laps. So, you know, if you went out to the front of the convention center and just waited there by a line, you kind of see a line every time. It was definitely...
What was your longest wait?
That got to be a bit difficult. Around 6, which is the time Gencon ends for the day.
All closes, yeah.
Yes. People are just flooding to the streets, flooding to get picked up, to shuttle back to their sets.
Mass exodus.
Yeah,
yeah, it really
was bad. I mean, that was the only time I felt like walking would have been much quicker and worth it, because I managed to get on the bus shortly before that, so about 5:20, 5:30. I was taking the bus there to drop off some stuff, and the bus got back to me at about 5:50. So this is right before they closed for the day. I got on the bus, and, you know, we were in lot 4, and they had to stop in 2 other lots first before we made a round back to the convention center. So that was about 6:10 by the time we were headed back to the convention center, and traffic was a nightmare, just because you have so many thousands
people
of
leaving all the parking, clogging the roads.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was close enough that you could walk, though.
It was.
So that's good as well.
So, I mean, that's probably my worst wait, and that was, like, I was on the bus probably a 1/4 of a mile from the event center, just slowly chugging along, and I probably spent 30 minutes on that bus before someone else was just like, can we get off here and walk the rest of the way? At which point, the rest of the bus exited.
You pulled the cord?
No, I didn't.
Did the cord work? There was a cord.
I saw the cord. This was the big city bus.
I've always wanted to pull a cord.
So that was the worst wait. Obviously, that's to be understood. At the end of the Gencon for the day, you got thousands of people trying to head out. So that was pretty much every day. So I'd recommend either planning on sitting for a while, letting the rush of people who need to leave immediately go, or you might be one of those people who want to leave 4:35.
If only there was something that we could do to fill half hour or an hour's time at Gencon.
Oh, jeez.
No, I do another question. Did you feel like it was safe there? Well, you're obviously a big guy.
Yeah.
But do you think that this would be the kind of thing where if I were, say, a 95-pound-year-old, old man, would I feel safe getting my car?
I guess most of the parking lots had attendants. I think once they started filling up, parking lot 1 and 2, they kind of pulled the attendants, pulled the signs down. So if you had a little bit of a walk and there wasn't too many people around there except fellow people who were there for the con, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Which are good people.
Good people, yeah. I had seen more acts of generosity.
Thanks, Pokemon Go players.
Thank you.
For being witnesses. Nothing else.
Now, I will say one thing, and I'm not sure if this happened at Gen Con or before, but when we got to the car on Sunday, my car had been keyed a little bit. Now, that could have happened before Gen Con. I'm not sure, but I don't think it had.
I was looking at, I don't know if it was a key. It could have been a door. It could have been something like that.
But it could have been something that happened in the parking lot, because I don't remember before.
It could have. There weren't really any cameras up, so if something serious happened, then I don't know what you would do.
So this is a great place to rob if you're watching this video for that purpose.
Yes. No, please God no.
And let me know in the comments. If you're gonna rob someone's car at Gen Con, where would you do it?
What would you look for?
All right, so $66. What do you think it was worth the money? Start over here.
Yes. It was relatively close. Again, the shuttle was great service, operated on tips, so you could tip if you thought it was worth it. Again, it was also close, so when they got a little too busy and you didn't mind a bit of a walk, a bit of a sweat, then yeah, it was definitely worth it.
Well, we looked it up. We were staying about 6 blocks away in the other direction.
1.3.
But I think it was closer to the car.
Yes, we were actually...
if we had to walk, so that was good. Also, if we were going to park in the hotel, you get certain amenities where, you're parked close and there's security and all that. But at the same time...
Would have been about $100.
It would have been, instead of $60, it was going to be 80 plus.
And that was for 4. And that's another thing I like, that it's 5 days. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
hours,
Saturday, Sunday. And I think you could have picked it up Monday morning. That's the impression I got. So if you're, say, an exhibitor or something like that, this seems like a perfect kind of thing for you.
Yeah, especially if you're driving in. Last year we did Parking Whiz, which was also pretty good, but we had to find certain lots that would do 24 hours a day.
Yeah. Because
otherwise we would have to pull it out after 12 hours and go park at the hotel. And if you're driving 20 minutes away and it's just a lot outside the hotel or the motel, not that big of a deal. I think Parking Whiz would be the way to go. Because I think if you can... It's also I think everyone's kind of caught on to that too, so I think Parking Whiz when they drop their stuff, everyone's like, boom.
I don't know. I think I like this better. I think I would pay the extra, $10-15, just the convenience of having a permanent spot. You go here, you're.
I think Parking Whiz might be more accessible though, because I think that we kind of lucked out by catching the Overflow Parking opening.
Yeah.
I just happened to see that as soon as it happened. I tagged you and you happened to see it and capitalize on it immediately.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like we would have been left out and we would have had to just come up with something else.
But overall, I think we're all in agreement that this is definitely a good deal. This is absolutely worth something you might want to check out.
Yes, if you can get it, definitely get it.
So that is Route 66?
It's Gate 10.
Gate 10 parking at Gen Con. I think all 3 of us give this a big thumbs up.
I also enjoy Route 66, so...
If you're enjoying this Gen Con coverage, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know what is the worst thing that you've ever had stolen from your car. Let me know.
Ooh, my whole CD collection.
Oh, jeez. Winter jacket, phone chargers, but they left the winter gloves that were worth more than all of that combined.
I've never had anything good stolen, but I had someone smash in my back window and not take anything.
They took years worth of CDs and then broke my CD player with the CD still in it. I had to take the player out and use tweezers to finagle the CD out of the CD player.
He really wanted that.
It was a good album. It was a solid.
Which album was it?
Celine Dion.
It was the first used album. It was good at the time.
Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.